Margaret pushed me on the other side, got hold of the handle, and then she tried, pushing and pulling with the smoke and flames closing in on us. We were breathing it in. And she screamed. I'll never forget that scream. She screamed, "Oh my God! I am lost! The door is locked! Open the door!" And she fell to her knees and her hair came loose. And then a big smoke came and I couldn't see. But something lay flat on the floor and I just knew it was Margaret. And I called to her, "Margaret!" But she didn't reply. The first thing we seen were girls laying on the sidewalk.
Which girls?
We thought they had fainted. I remember Julia said, "Thank heavens we are not like them. We are all right." We didn't realize at first that the girls had jumped from the windows and were dead. And Julia went over to one of the girls and bent over her. And it was dreadful.
What happened?
She was hit.
Who was hit?
Julia,
Hit by what?
by another body falling from the sky.
Was she,
She was killed. I saw it. After that, everything was like in a daze. I don't know what happened until I woke up in the hospital.
What about your sister, Rosie? Did you find her?
Rosie. No, I never did.
Is she dead?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that 35 girls have testified already and not one has mentioned seeing a key in that lock?
Objection.
Sustained.
You didn't really open that door, did you?
I mean, I did.
You're lying for them, aren't you?
That's not true. I wouldn't lie for nobody on the honor of my children.
You didn't lose any children, did you?
I didn't say I did. But I have 3 children, and I wouldn't lie on their honor, and I wouldn't lie for nobody.
So if May Levantini says that smoke and flames prevented her from going down the stairs on the 9th floor, it's the same
Objection.
stairway.
You can't compare what different people saw at different times, Mr. Bostwick.
I
Objection.
don't know what she saw. I don't see nothing.
Objection sustained. The jury will ignore the answer.
And he had to keep shoving them back. Because even in his heroic act of opening that door, in their great anxiety to get out, they forced it shut again. You recall that Fire Chief Worth described such a conflagration as so intense that it deprives people of their reason and it makes them insane. You ask these girls pursued by these flames to use reason. It is impossible. The panic drove them. The panic kept them at the door. And the panic prevented it being opened. And if Brown had not gotten there and pushed those girls away, that door would not have been open any more than the one upstairs. I submit to you that the girls on the 9th floor fell victim to the same panic. But unfortunately, there was no Lewis Brown to save them from themselves. It's not a matter of impunity, Your Honor. I'm just pointing out the plain meaning of the words the legislature saw fit to utilize.
The purpose of the statute, as any child could see, is to protect factory workers from just the disaster that befell those poor girls. It wasn't to condone imprisoning them in a furnace, for God's sakes.
No histrionics, Charles. This is a court of law.
No one imprisoned
146
anybody.
souls were incinerated!
Control yourself, Mr. Bostwick. Mr. Bostwick.
Is there some legal precedent I'm not aware of? I mean, I went to law school. I studied hard. I never once heard of actual knowledge of an underlying statutory violation may or may not be required based on the severity of the crime charged. Someone help me out with that. Is there any such law?
Mr. Bostwick, that is my decision. I don't know that it's come up before. It seems like a reasonable requirement.
This was their factory, Your Honor. They ran it with an iron hand. They should be charged with constructive knowledge of anything that went on there.
Anything that's poppycock. There were 3 floors, 500 employees. If someone surreptitiously locked the door...
Surreptitiously, this was their policy, and you know it. They didn't want those girls slipping out for a cigarette on company time or making off with a nickel's worth of inventory.
Now listen.
But every time these workers come out to strike or to protest, the strong hand of the law presses down heavily and beats us back to the conditions that make life so unbearable. This is not the first time when girls have been burned alive in this city. Every week, I hear of the untimely death of one of my sister workers. Every year, thousands of us are made. The life of men and women is cheap, while property is sacred. There are so many of us on each job that it matters little if 140 yards are burned to death. I can't come and talk good fellowship to you gathered here today. Too much blood has been spilled. But we have indeed tried, you good people of the public. And we have found you wanting. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.